Okay, we're going to start with the nation. Nigeria, Brazil to seal deals in aviation, livestock, and other sectors. 6 dead, 19 rescued in another boat accident. Police deports Chinese gang kingpin. New debt financing strategy reduces foreign exposures. Africans will be better off with a single economy. First Lady lifts 500 to women. Foreign portfolios rose to 1.3 trillion in 7 months. Rising foreign reserves spur Naira rally across markets. And Alake says investing in Nigerian mining sector profitable. Okay, which story are we starting with? Can I start?
Okay, let me start with the police. The Nigerian police force through the Interpol National Central Bureau in Abuja has repatriated one high-profile fugitive, Mr. Dai Jincheng. Is he, what does Q stand for? I think it's Chin Sheng to China, yes. So,
you remember your lessons.
So the police public relations officer, deputy commissioner, police Olumuyiwa Adejobi was the one who released this information. He said that this Chin Sheng guy is a notorious gang leader wanted in China.
Oh.
And when he was close, they were close to picking him up. He found his way here and came to come and hide here, evading justice from China. And so in a collaborative operation with Interpol and the Nigerian police, they found him laying low here as a fugitive and arrested him August 8, and then they decided to repatriate him August 15 back to face justice in China. You know, we're taking some repatriation of some criminals, and I was like, no, serve there, serve, you know. But he is wanted over there and has not maybe publicly committed any crime here. So this is how, you know, I took it.
Let me take the major headlines. So between today and tomorrow, Nigeria will be signing a crucial business agreement with Brazil to create direct flights between the two countries and generate massive livestock investment inflows. In other areas of agriculture, the Green Imperative Partnerships is GIP, which kicks off after the visit, is to generate not less than 200,000 direct jobs and more than 5 million indirect jobs. President Tinubu is on a 2-day visit to Brazil in an invitation of the President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva to improve on their relationship in trade. The president's visit and the most important to Brazil was this last one, because he's been there 3 weeks, and this is the 3rd time. The first time was to have the G20 meeting. The second was to observe the BRICS, and this time to actually see the president. Tinubu flew to Brazil from Japan, and they're going to be investing in quite important sectors like aviation. So interestingly, to have a direct flight between here and Rio de Janeiro will be really interesting. And then they will also supporting us in our livestock, because they also have a very, very thriving economy in livestock, and they'll be providing tractors and so many other things. So I'm happy about the relationship, because we do have a historical relationship with Brazil. And it's good to have that. Okay.
So I have Julius Malema, as we all know, the strong South African opposition leader and president of Economic Freedom Fighters.
So we know him.
So he was in Enugu. And
he came to Nigeria.
Yes, and he gave the keynote speech at the annual General Conference of the Nigeria Bar Association. And they said that his keynote speech elicited a standing ovation. And in general, what he says is that Africa needs a single economy with one currency and military command to be stronger. He said that that it's enough, you know, Africa will constantly being subjugated by developed countries, that we need to stand out, and that we need to, you know, create a situation where Africa's minerals are processed overseas. What he was saying is that we live in a situation, as we already know in Africa, where all our minerals and other resources were sent overseas. Then when they are sent back to us, more expensive as finished products. And he says that for this constantly keeps us, you know, below the developed countries. He says that it's better if we work together, all Africans as one, have a single economy, have a single currency, have a single military, and that will make us much stronger. And he talked about xenophobia. He says xenophobia really is it's as a result of government failure and poverty, because we are better if we work together than to hate each other. He says the black man is hated abroad and black man is hated within Africa. It makes no sense. That we need to remember that together we can do better. And he's calling all governments to make sure that these constant loans that we keep taking from these developed countries that keeps us down and keeps our future generations, you know, subjugated to these economies. We need to start thinking differently about these loans and get off these loans so that we can be more independent.
Oh, it sounds nice on paper.
Yeah, it does.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have the story of the foreign portfolios. They say it rose to about 1.3 trillion. They said the foreign investors' transactions at the Nigerian stock market have risen to a new record high of about 1.3 trillion, underlining improving global investors' confidence in Nigeria's microeconomic outlook. They said the foreign portfolios had more than doubled this year. They said that the 7-month report ended on 31st July 2025. It showed the total foreign portfolios of 1.28 trillion from 598 billion, and they are all saying that that it surpassed the 301.37 billion and 262.85 billion recorded in the last 8 months. They are also saying that the Nigerian exchange showed substantial increase in two-way transaction, and they are saying that the foreign inflows tripled to 609.73 billion in the first 7 months. And the outflows also increased from 331.36 billion to 671.56 billion. And they're saying that it's because of the subsidy removal, the economy is now viable, and a lot of foreign investors are coming in and really investing. And so it continues to increase.
Daily Sun. Quickly, PDP power game continues. Soaring drug costs push Nigeria to unsafe treatments. Malema at NBA conference warns Tinubu others against World Bank and IMF loans. ASU begins nationwide protest tomorrow. FG unveils debt control framework as loan near danger zone. Benue Assembly drama has suspended Mbega, emerges speaker, and Dajo resigns. 7 die in Ebonyi road crashes. Let's take one story before the break.
He also says that the federal government has destroyed their trust completely. That they've wasted stalling for over 2 years to implement their demands. Among these demands are the renegotiation of the 2009 agreement with the federal government, sacked members in 2 state universities, non-payment of the 35% salary increment, arrears of promotion, and the use of the IPPIS to pay members' salary. They said that they've mandated all ASU branches within all universities to conduct a referendum to give back into their proposed strike, which they are looking to go into, and then the national-wide Congress will then decide whether the strike should be indefinite or a staggered one. And then they should also, immediately after the Congresses, carry placards and protest across universities, and some of the placards should carry the demands of LASU. They're mandated to carry their different messages, highlighting the plights of lecturers within their universities, their gates, within their chairmen and other union members are also expected to sensitize the public about their plights. I'm just sad by this. I thought that the negotiations were progressing. Unfortunately, what I'm reading is that the government has just been stalling. Nothing is really happening, and
that's quite heartbreaking. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the Daily Sun. What's the story?
I have the soaring cost of essential medicine. The report is saying it has climbed as high as 300% in the past 18 months and has forced many citizens to abandon conventional medical care and turn to unsafe, unregulated alternatives. They said there's a rise in incidents of risky self-medication, abuse of herbal remedies, and the belief in the potency and miracle cures of charm and sorcery, especially in rural communities. So they say this has been driven by inflation and our volatile currency, and also our heavy reliance on the importation of pharmaceuticals. So like drugs as basic as paracetamol, anti-malaria, antibiotics have become unaffordable for many Nigerians. And so, of course, with all this, they are looking for alternatives. And the public, as far as the report is concerned, it says that this is going to trigger a major public health crisis if urgent measures are not taken. But we also have a part of the issue associated with this is fake drugs everywhere, that they're able to sell them cheaper, but they are not good for our health. Either they're expired or they're just fake altogether. But we have the minister, the coordinating minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Pate. He said that the federal government, or FEC, actually has greenlit Medipol. It's an initiative that will operate as a public-private partnership with government. So it's really, this initiative is about securing medications at competitive prices. And then government that has much larger purchasing power makes it easier for them to get these drugs, and then able to sell these drugs much cheaper to Nigerians. So
okay, let me take the debt control framework. So to keep Nigeria's soaring debt of over 186 trillion naira from entering the danger zone where it eventually dwarf our economy and our growth, the federal government has rolled out a new loan blueprint for 2024 to 2027 with a rule that borrowing must not go beyond 60% of the country's total economic output by 2027. The move, according to analysts, is meant to keep the nation's finances stable, such that to assure investors that loans will be well managed and follow global standards on responsible borrowing. The DMO, in a statement at the weekend, said that the new framework was endorsed by FEC and developed with the technical support from the World Bank and IMF. When I hear World Bank and IMF, my ears are whizzing. It noted that the MTDS is globally recognized as a benchmark for guiding government in balancing growth and borrowing needs with long-term debt sustainability.
Okay, so I have a story of they said the federal government shuts 22 illegal tertiary institutions. They said the National Commission for Colleges of Education has uncovered and shut down 22 illegal colleges of education. They said this development was revealed in the Commission's achievements. They're saying that the NCC conducted a personal audit, financial monitoring in all the 21 colleges of education, and they found out that some of them were not registered. So they're saying that the President had recently ordered the national, that's the NUC, that's National University Commission, the National Board for Technical and Education, and National Commission for Colleges of Education to weed out illegal higher institutions of learning in the country, and ordered the NUC, the MBT, and other agencies to take decisive action against what he described as certificate millers undermining the credibility of the education sector. And they said the director on university education at the Federal Ministry of Education, that's Rekia Iliasu, she warned that the integrity of the academic system must not be compromised, and that they remain committed to strengthening the integration of all agencies involved in the administration of education to enhance efficiency and quality. I've noticed that all of them online. There are so many schools online, giving fake certificates to people. Yeah, so it's good that they are working on this thing.
Moving on, Vanguard. Economy industrialization in jeopardy as agric and manufacturing sink. Labour tackles federal government over the proposed pay rise for political office holders. Intrigues as Benue Assembly elects new speaker. ADC to Tinubu declares state of emergency in Katsina, Zamfara over insecurity. Governor Abdulrazak declares war on kidnappers, bandits after the deadly attack. Imported steel products drain over $4 billion foreign exchange annually, says minister. Gridlock, Lagos halts work on the Ogudu-Ifako bridge. Oh, that's true. I noticed. Insecurity concerns stakeholders decry killing of over 10,000 persons in just 2 years. Okay, which story?
Okay, I'm not taking this story because of information, just because I want to do gossip. So,
what happened?
The Benue State Assembly, of course, 4 members of the House of Assembly were suspended because they had moved an impeachment plot against the former speaker. After the speaker suspended them, he then resigned, which the speaker's name is Honorable Hyacinth Dajo. And after, suspending them for the impeachment plot they were masterminding, he then tendered his resignation and the House accepted it and then elected Honorable Alfred Mbaga as the new speaker, and he has graciously accepted and commended his predecessor. He gave a nice speech, and then one of our honorable member moved for the forgiveness. That's the word they use, and the recall. The majority leader of the House, Mr. Satir Tasir, moved a motion for the forgiveness and the recall of the suspended 4 members, which everybody unanimously accepted, and then they graciously lifted their suspension, and our business of the House just went on as usual. The only thing that I want to gossip is House of Assembly of Benue State. Now, not the built assembly. You see the rubber chairs, everything just looked like a hall.
Fighting insecurity,
and then they put parlor stools there. The governor should please.
They are fighting insecurity, my sister.
Priorities are different.
I agree, but these are institutions. There should be houses that young kids will pass, and there will be no.
It looks like an association, like a small.
You're right.
It's a lawmaking body. It should be inspiring.
After all, I'm sure there was a budget for that infrastructure.
What happened to the money?
Okay, let me take the Ogudu, because that's my area, just in case overview. The Lagos State government has ordered temporary suspension of the maintenance work on the Ogudu Ifako Bridge in Koshofe local government area. The state, according to this report, the suspension of the project was as a result of the gridlock and security threat. Meanwhile, the gridlock had led to the takeover of the place by robbers who attack, rob, and maim innocent motorists who are held up in traffic. I passed there during the morning. It's actually a little bit lighter in the morning, but I guess in the afternoon it's really, really bad. Meanwhile, the gridlock had led to the takeover of the place by robbers. Motorists had complained of spending over 6 hours in the gridlock in a journey that could actually just take 15 minutes. Last Thursday, media executive and lawyer Mr. Richard Akinola was robbed in traffic. Robbers around the 7-Up tollgate area, where he was disposed of his amounts of cash and other valuables. Akinola, who narrated his ordeal on X, said, calling on RRS Lagos 2 days ago, the Ogudu area, it was led to serious traffic along the corridor. I was in traffic till noon, and I was robbed by hoodlums who took advantage of the severe traffic. And that's so because of this,
a security issue as opposed to calling off the repairs, because the repairs are extremely important. Why not just increase police presence?
So I guess maybe for them to call it off, I'm sure it's something that can be called off or maybe suspended until further notice. I don't know.
The other side is now so beautiful to drive on, and safer. I think the safety of the bridge is important as well.
Okay, so I have a story of the Sultan Mba Malema. They say they task them Nima lawyers on justice protection of poor. They say the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, Enugu Governor Peter Mba, and South African politician Julius Malema have urged lawyers to defend justice and protect the poor. They said this at an annual conference on Sunday at the International Conference Center Enugu, and the theme was Stand Out and Stand Tall. They said the Sultan
took that story already.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
She's taking the
other
side.
Oh, okay.
I did.
No, I thought she's taking
the other
Sultan's side. She's taking,
yes,
right?
Yes. So they said the lawyers, that the Sultan urged the lawyers to ensure that the law fulfills its objectives by promoting justice, protecting rights, and resolving disputes, and providing a framework of social progress. According to him, without law, societies risk chaos, lacking mechanisms to govern relationship, enforce rules, and guarantee fairness or accountability. He's saying that that the justice system now is only the rich people that can afford it, but that they said the rich commit crimes and freely walk the streets, while the poor, they just go to jail and nobody to help them out. So he has urged continued law reforms to decolonize legislation, align with cultural values, ensure relevance, and promote sustainability while advancing social justice. So please,
final paper.
Make sure all of us.
The Nigerian Tribune. Thank you. How Ramfact 2025 revenue review can fix Nigeria's fiscal imbalance, says experts. Steep hike in sugary drinks tax could derail sugar master plan, threaten jobs, and experts warn. NDLEA arrests widow using fake pregnancy to traffic cocaine. And justice increasingly becoming purchasable in Nigeria, says Sultan. Okay.
I have NDLEA who have arrested a 50-year-old widow and fashion designer, Ifoma, They said that she had attempted to traffic 1.3 kilograms of cocaine while pretending to be pregnant, that she had put on a fake pregnancy, whatever, so that she could escape, being checked. And she was found she was arrested at the bus terminal in Djibo. She was planning to traffic the drugs to Abuja to some customers. When she was arrested, they, of course, took the investigation back to her home, where they also found, other paraphernalia. She said that she's always been a fashion designer. She's been a fashion designer 20 years now. Been married to her husband, who she inherited the business from when he died 2 years ago. And and of course, the report also shows NDLEA operations in different parts of the country. Everybody being arrested for trying to smuggle these drugs one way or the other. Well done to NDLEA for a job well done, but also it just shows to you as if NDLEA is just one.
The only person fighting this whole thing.
I'm telling you, there are just too many people.
I think that's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.